Here we go. Holy moly! Hello, what is up guys? I'm your host Gordon and welcome to another one of my video. And yes, to those who are staying in Malaysia, we got good news for you. Finally, we got the Tomcat. I know, it's a little late for this video. The Tomcat has been around for quite a long time, but not in Malaysia. To those who are staying in Malaysia, you can definitely get these in any Aeon, Parkson, Hamleys, Isetan, Sogo, and even Litt hobby store. And this will be my first impressions of the Dart Zone Tomcat. In the box, we got the blaster itself, a 50-round drum, a buttstock, 50 darts, muzzle flash, iron sights, a manual, and a safety goggle. To install the drum, prime the blaster, align the drum, and shove it in place. Slide in the buttstock, the muzzle flash, and a pair of iron sights. And this is how the blaster looks like with everything installed. Okay, first look at the blaster. As you can see, the entire aesthetic of the blaster is definitely very sci-fi looking. Like the front part of the blaster looks like some kind of a pulse beam rifle, and the entire boxy design kind of felt like a Swift, but a little bit smaller. I do dig into these kind of design. Take a look at that. That Tomcat wording is not printed on it. It is a part plastic separation, and of course, both sides came with it. Really love those attention to details. And this over here is a short dart only drum fed blaster, and this over here is a 50-round drum mag. Holy moly! And this is not your typical good old drum mag. This is a double layer drum mag. Or else how can you chuck in like 50 rounds in there? So basically it is very straightforward. Each compartment houses 2 darts, one at the bottom and one at the top. For the bottom one, it is very straightforward. You just have to push a dart in from the hole behind the drum. And for the top one, it's a little bit complicated. You have to kind of shove the darts in there, which is kind of brutal in my opinion. But hey, you got 50 shots over here. This over here is definitely going to be the king of stock blaster war, which most of the case 50 rounds is more than enough. And to be honest, when you hold the blaster on hand, there is some weight to it. Kind of a front heavy if you ask me. The blaster over here comes with an adjustable buttstock, and shouldering the buttstock is actually pretty decent. It's not gonna collapse on me when I try to prime the blaster. There is a cheek rest at the buttstock, just in case you want to like rest your cheek over here when you're aiming. And hey, you can even adjust the cheek rest. And of course, the buttstock is one of these N-Strike compatible buttstock connection points. So in case you don't really want these kind of buttstock, you can definitely chuck in something that is N-Strike compatible. In terms of Picatinny rail, the blaster comes with a straight Picatinny rail, which I like of course, and the blaster comes with a pair of pretty accurate iron sights. So basically the rear iron sight over here kind of acts like one of those reflex sight, but it doesn't have any like a glass in front of it. But when you actually align the square with the front iron sight, anything within the front iron sight is going to be a hit in 10 meters. I've tried it a moment ago and the accuracy is surprisingly good. You can basically hit anything within this box of iron sight over here. That accuracy is superbly nice. The blaster over here also comes with a safety switch, you know, for safety purposes. The grip of the blaster, very huge. I like it. And the trigger pull is very standard Dart Zone trigger. The priming grip of the blaster, pretty large as well. Priming the blaster is actually pretty decent. And of course, not to mention that this blaster came with slam fire, just in case if you need more firepower, you know, 50 rounds, buddy. And here's one thing, the muzzle flash of this blast over here is detachable, and if you guys have one of these B cars from Dart Zone, you can basically chuck that on as well for additional accuracy. We're going to test the muzzle velocity of having a B car and see how does it perform. The build quality of this blaster is kind of solid. The front part of the blaster, you do not hear any plastic noise except for the buttstock over here, so you might want to swap this to something much more solid like a worker buttstock or something like that. And of course, as usual, these high power Dart Zone blaster comes with metal in a barrel, which is nice. Overall, I would say that this is a very straightforward, simple blaster for your stock games. Probably going to be the best blaster for any stock games, which has like a limit of like 150-ish FPS. So without further ado, let us go test the blaster out. Okay, we are back, guys. So the performance of the blaster is surprisingly good for a stock blaster out of the box. As per advertised, this blaster can goes about 125 feet per second, which is, what's written on the box, but the results that I get over here is beyond that. The blaster can goes around 152 FPS, which sounds pretty common, and all the way to 180 FPS. Holy moly. I mean, even if that's an outlier, that's a very epic outlier over there. So it is safe to say this blaster can fires over 150 FPS. And one more thing that is very epic, if you guys actually chuck in one of these B cards that came with the Nexus Pro over here, I thought it might reduce a little bit of a performance for accuracy, but no, it actually increases the average FPS of this blaster by 10. Holy moly! And of course, the accuracy of this blaster, even without the P-car, is superbly accurate. Anything within the line of sight is a hit, and hitting a target in 10 meters is definitely not a problem at all for this blaster over here. And of course, did I encounter any gems with this blaster? So far so good. I did not encounter any gems or whatsoever. Basically, it is a smooth sailing blaster. Do I have any complaint? Yes, the rattling of the buttstock might be a little annoying, but so far it does not give me any problem. When I prime, when I do like something like a slam fire, this buttstock over here does not collapse, which is a good thing. Oh yeah, one more complaint, which I don't know if it is a complaint or not. This blaster is lacking a sling mounting point. Yeah, first world problem, Gordon's edition. And will this blaster passes the wall test? Of course, it passes the wall test with flying colors. I mean, take a look at the aesthetic of this blaster. It is very sci-fi, very modern, looks like a space pulse rifle. I definitely like the aesthetic of the blaster. So yep, I guess that's all for today, guys. If you guys like this video, feel free to smash on the like button. Don't forget to subscribe as well as ringing the notification bell. So yep, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Adios, guys!